The crypto market just delivered a brutal wake-up call. But as fast as it crashed, it's already staging a rebound. Nearly $737 million was wiped out in liquidations, sending shockwaves through portfolios. But now, with the global market cap clawing back above $3.82 trillion, the question isn't whether we survived, it's what comes next. Smash the like button if you held strong while the market shook. And let's break down exactly what happened, coin by coin, and whether this bounce is a fake-out or the real deal. Let's start with the overall landscape. Bitcoin's dominance is over 60% again. Investors are flooding back to the king of crypto as altcoins take a breather. That usually signals fear, profit-taking, and a reset. But it also means new money is circling, waiting for the next move. The sell-off came hard and fast, driven by a combination of ETF outflows, delayed interest rate cuts from the Fed, and market-wide leverage being flushed. Over $737 million in longs were liquidated. But once that blood cleared, buyers stepped in, fast. Bitcoin is trading around $118,000 at the time of recording. It briefly dipped below $115,000 before catching strong support. That bounce, combined with fading ETF outflows and new institutional bids, is giving bulls a reason to hope. Bitcoin might be down 0.8% on the day. But zoom out, and you'll see this is just part of a healthy correction. If Bitcoin breaks above $120,000 again, we could see a quick run back to its recent highs. Traders are now watching to see if the MACD flips bullish. The Fear and Greed Index has also jumped 2 points since the recovery began. Ethereum is sitting at $3,726, down just 0.4% over 24 hours, but holding strong. Earlier today, it dropped to $3,650 after a wave of withdrawals totaling $1.92 billion. That sounds scary, but here's the twist. Staking activity is surging. Over 357,000 Ethereum is queued up to stake, pushing wait times to nearly 10 days. That's a sign that long-term conviction remains rock solid. If Ethereum can reclaim the $3,800 level, it could ignite another leg higher. It's also worth noting that exchange inflows of Ethereum are at a 2-month low, signaling holding behavior. Solana got crushed, dropping over 5% to $188. But here's what most aren't seeing. Robinhood just enabled Solana staking, opening the door for thousands of retail users to jump in. The bounce from $180 was strong, and if inflows continue, Solana could be one of the first altcoins to fully reverse. DeFi activity on Solana is still rising, with total value locked back above $2.4 billion. That quiet strength could turn explosive if sentiment flips. Now let's talk XRP. It tanked to $3.25 after Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen moved over $700 million worth of XRP to exchanges. That spooked the market. But despite the dump, XRP has recovered slightly and is sitting near support. This could be a shakeout move. If it holds above $3.20, the doors open for a run to $3.75. And don't forget those long-term Fibonacci targets at $5.85 and even $9.76. Especially if the SEC drama swings back in Ripple's favor. Rumors are swirling about a surprise Ripple ETF application. That's unconfirmed, but worth watching. Dogecoin, everyone's favorite meme coin, is holding strong around 240 thousandths of a dollar. It dipped nearly 2% but bounced back quick. There's still chatter about using Dogecoin as a treasury asset, and the community is as loud as ever. If Bitcoin leads another rally, Dogecoin could be right behind it. Google search interest in Dogecoin is up 18% week over week, and if Elon tweets again, you know what happens next. Cardano is trading at $0.8254. It's holding steady, no fireworks, but also not breaking down like other altcoins. With key upgrades on the horizon, Cardano might quietly accumulate strength before its next move. Whale wallets have picked up 30 million ADA over the last 3 days, suggesting silent accumulation. Binance Coin is the breakout star of the day. It surged past $800, hitting a new all-time high and flipping Solana in market cap. Even while the rest of the market bled, Binance Coin rallied hard. Its ecosystem is growing, and in times of uncertainty, exchange coins often get a boost. Look for a possible move toward 860 if volume continues surging. Internet Computer, also known as ICP, is down to $5.64. That's a 1.5% drop, but it's not without context. ICP's recent updates to decentralized infrastructure have sparked interest again, and if Bitcoin stabilizes, ICP could be one of the stealth rebounders. What caused this mess in the first place? Besides the ETF outflows, we saw interest rate cut expectations vanish. Traders had priced in a summer cut by the Fed, but now that's looking unlikely. Add in regulatory uncertainty and thin weekend liquidity, and boom, the market tanked. But here's the thing. This isn't 2022 anymore. Buyers came in fast. Whale wallets are accumulating. Exchange inflows are slowing down, and the fear index, it's spiking, which usually signals the bottom is near. Layer 2 projects like Arbitrum and Optimism are also seeing increased activity, despite being down 3 to 4% on the day. It's worth tracking them for early signs of risk-on sentiment returning. Meanwhile, stablecoin flows have picked up. Another sign that dry powder is being prepped for deployment. In conclusion, this was a harsh correction, but one that's already showing signs of recovery. The question now is whether this bounce continues or if we're due for more pain. Watch Bitcoin's dominance, track ETF flows, and keep an eye on support levels. If we break $120,000 with strong volume, this could be the fastest rebound since February. What do you think? Was that the bottom, or is round 2 coming? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash the like button if you're still holding, and make sure to subscribe for our next deep dive. We'll be covering this all day, every day, so stick with us, stay informed, and we'll see you at the top.